this feeling that I have now, almost a bit holy, notion that I will make it out somehow.
I am still technically getting set up right now. I just fucking studio mode wasn't allowing me to do the shit that I wanted to. So, just a second. Boop. I am still technically getting set up right now. I just fucking studio mode wasn't allowing me to do the shit that I wanted to. So, just a second.
The wild card said, "Take your time, it's all right, I'm staying put."
I don't want to fuck with that too much. Okay. I'm just trying to get chat up there and then make this look a little bit prettier because it. Oh, ha! You can.
Your time, it's all right, I'm staying.
You can hear that. You shouldn't be able to hear that, but you can hear that. All right. I guess we'll just I can play the actual live stream while I fuck around. Is that my robo? That is the text to speech voice that I have. Usually it's in the background and you guys can't hear it, but it's how I keep up with chat.
Said, "Is that my robo voice?"
Hmm. Interesting, interesting. I am probably going to have to change where that text-to-speech is coming from, because that's not supposed to happen. We're just gonna... There we go. It's a separate window now. So it shouldn't happen. But yeah, that's how I try to keep... How I'm able to keep up with chat is I have the text-to-speech voice in the background. I'm gonna go ahead and play to see if, like, it's actually working the way I want it to. Hello.
Wild card. Said. I hope not caught me off guard. The wild card. Said. Scary.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that you can actually hear the stream while I'm fucking around. Okay. What a goof. What a goober. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah! And while the stream is going on, I'm going to try and actually make...
This is amazing. Watching the stream with my favorite person.
Just gonna... All right.
What do you mean it was too loud?
Capture.
It's too loud?
Okay. Okay, I
What do you
think we're
mean?
good.
But
And
I did the
now
whole
I'm gonna
thing.
start
But I
printing up
did the
this.
whole-
You'll
What do you mean it
probably
was too
watch
loud?
me make this pretty in real time.
That's too loud? Oh, shit. Oh, that was the wrong... Oh, shit. I thought... Couldn't hear a word.
It makes
couldn't
me
hear a
feel
word?
so much better knowing that Mark fucks up too.
Couldn't hear a word.
Cause like I am queen of scuff when it comes to these
start this
things. I got to a point where it's just like, oh, I don't even worry about it half the time
on.
anymore because why worry at the end of the day? Why
Come on, it's
worry?
too quiet. Well, I can't hear
I'm
a thing
only
now.
human.
What
The wild card.
kind of
Said.
intimidating start is
Yup.
this? Is it even there? Yeah, it's there.
Same.
Is that good enough for you? This is so much less intense. Kind of hoping that it was gonna. Is this okay? Maybe this is good volume for you. I don't even know. There's there's music. I can't hear it. God damn it.
The wild card.
Alright.
Said. I still hear Robo-me.
You still fuck.
Okay.
Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do then. Get out of here because I don't use
There we
Chrome
go.
bullshit.
That's it. Mission failed. You didn't do it.
Oh,
You
oh
failed
no.
the plan. You slept on it.
I
Hope
did
it was
not.
nice. Hope that nap
I
was
watched
worth
it. You
All my
can't accuse
dreams?
me of anything.
Crushed. Is it quiet? It's
Dumb
too quiet
bitch.
now.
I watched
Is it?
Edge of Sleep the day
Is this
it came
good?
out.
Is that good? Too loud? God! No, okay, alright, people get the message. No, okay, hold on.
RoboCard is coming to get you to take your place.
I don't even want to do this anymore. I don't even want to do this anymore. I don't even want to do it anymore. I don't like this bit anymore. I don't want to do it. It's not worth it. It's just like it just didn't work, and now I just look stupid. All right. So fine. Yeah, this is yes, this is Among Us. End of bit. You know, it was gonna be a cool bit. I thought it was gonna be, start off all intense and like, oh yeah, maybe you failed, put the pressure on, and no, okay, all right. So this is an update on the plan. Got some very important information, and I'll do an inspirational speech later or something like that. So success-ish, according to some, but success.
Okay.
In that, Edge of Sleep before today, which is the official release date, it was up to, I think the top was, it was at number 4.
That's not my keyboard. It is.
And remember,
my
the goal is only to get into the top 10. So getting to number 4 was pretty damn good before anyone even
the
knew that it was out. So yay! That's the good thing. It's not bad news. I was trying to do an ironic thing where I play some dramatic music and I make you feel like, oh, but it's, it didn't work out. So it is what it is. But job's not done. Why? I don't know, because it has to be over a rolling 30-day period.
Letting Team Pookie know what I'm doing, and I was showing off the thumbnail.
Metric of success is not
Nova.
Any specific spot. Like, it's not number 1, even though right now the legend of Vox Machina is at number 1. It's all because I mispronounced the name, isn't it? I said Vox Machinima, and everyone was all like, oh, no. But
Vox Machinima.
They're released internationally, and we're not. And that's a very important thing. People thought that maybe when it came around to the 18th that it would be released internationally. It's not. It's not malicious. It's just a bunch of international laws and stuff like that, and that costs money and negotiate contracts and all that stuff. I'm not privy to those conversations because,
it's not
like I've said before,
but it picks up.
I'm just an actor in the show.
It used to pick up,
but the burden has been placed on our shoulders, and we have succeeded thus far.
After my computer died and I had to redo everything, all of a sudden my microphone picks every fucking thing up.
The goal.
I might have to like mess with the settings a bit more.
The goal is simply to keep it in that list. And I don't care how many other shows like Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity suddenly appear. And
Hold on. I'm going to mute myself real fast.
Out of Judge Judy. I want to say that aloud and proud and live on the internet. We beat up Judge Judy and took her spot. Now we got to keep it. Because she is ruthless. She is persistent. She is the perfect hunter. And she will come after us for vengeance and for blood. We will lose some of you, but that is a sacrifice that I am willing to make. So there's a lot of things that I'm going to talk about today because there's a lot of stories of the filming process that I have not been able to tell because of spoilers and NDAs or whatever. I don't even know. And then I'm going to distract you with colorful lights and shiny buttons and big bright sounds. And then you're going to be so swayed by my handsomeness that you will be putty in my hands. Don't mind me. Yep. I don't have any. I don't have any shiny buttons right now. I thought I did, but I don't. I have my credit card.
Oh my goodness. I'm an idiot.
No, ADHD brain, don't do it. I got my credit card here. I could show you that. It's very shiny.
It's fine. It's fine. I figured it out.
I could do that. I just, looking around the table. Like,
so unfortunately,
like matte black except for that.
I'm probably not going to do a whole lot of streams for a while.
Listen, you guys get
mostly because my work schedule is
live here on stream.
A little bit. I'm gonna pause Mark real fast.
Oh man, that would be so bad. Oh.
Calm down for a second, Mark. But I'm probably not going to do a hell of a lot of streams for a while. Only because my work schedule leaves me not a lot of time, and I would be it would be one of those things where I'd have like an hour to have time to myself, and then I'm starting a stream. And I just don't have a lot of energy afterwards. So it's gonna be a lot more videos, and if I can manage to make a source of income, then I'll do more streams. But as it stands, yeah, it's gonna be more videos than streams, videos and shorts and stuff. I know. I would love to do more streams, but I need to prioritize my job over content right now if I want to be able to pay rent. That's really all it is. I need to be able to pay rent and buy food. But I would like to do more streams. I'm going to look at doing more streams on weekends, though.
To grab it and just right up the... I don't have it in my hand.
You guys better not. I'll hunt you down.
Bam.
I'll hunt you both down.
Anyway,
and chain you to a tree and then leave you.
God, man. If I
just so you know how I feel. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh my God.
Really if I had time to set up something like that, but it would be hilarious, but it would be immediately, exploited. Even if I tried to be like, oh, we'll try to make a purchase on it, and then someone would, I don't know, it just wouldn't work. I think I would be assassinated by the fraud department of that credit card, so I don't think I'm going to.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do that. I have a funny feeling I'm not going to do that.
You guys can't hear my typing too much now, can you? I'm typing right now just to test it, and I don't hear it,
I'm the only thing
but...
Here. Turn your volume up. Why do people... it's at 100.
Fuck you. Don't tell me what to do. Fuck you. Anyway.
It's at 100. I guess I could turn
You just stop getting distracted because I need to fucking put chat up here.
Oh
my God. It sounds fine.
If
fuck yeah.
is what you want, yeah, it's probably fine. So, emergency meeting because we're not there yet, and today's the actual release date. So, there's a few things that I want to address, right? For those of you who don't know, the plan is now in play. Who didn't see the plan has changed, because if you didn't see the plan has changed, you only know about the plan, and then you had it marked on your calendar that today was coming out. So if you're that person and you're seeing this and you didn't see the other one, there was an update because the show actually released 3 days ago, which, kind of funny about that, but we do what we can. There's no music playing. I would be hearing it, right? So we're kind of holding a council to determine what the best path forward is, what kind of incentives I can provide, and I'm going to give you the most amazing inspirational speech you've ever heard in your entire life.
What video are we watching?
Ever. In the history
it's Markiplier's emergency stream from 2 days ago. I wanted to watch it then, but I was working and I had a double, so I didn't even have time to turn it on. So now we're watching it together.
Yeah, okay, I'll hit the international button. I don't have any control here.
Oh, I read them.
Everyone.
I read them.
I have
just
zero control.
I
don't have a button.
I actually have to vent about this a little bit. Basically, I get yelled at if I'm on my phone at work. She got on my ass about it yesterday, especially. So I haven't really been able to sit down and actually reply to comments or like them, acknowledge them, and it's just because I glance at the comment and then I get back to work, and just doing that is all I can do right now. So I do read your comments. I just just haven't had a lot of time to like them. You're good, you're fine. I shouldn't be looking at my phone at work. Usually I should try to start doing more after work, but when I get home, I'm just so tired because like being a dishwasher and cleaning the kitchen is it's a lot of manual labor.
I'm an actor. I only acted in this. So, am I blaming you for Edge of Sleep dropping? No, because without you, it would never have been up in the first place. So there's really no blame to be had. And it's not even that it's dropping. It's basically, I have full confidence, and this is how it always works with every type of media, that going into the weekend, there's plenty of people that were there and put forth the effort to bump it up during the weekday, when they probably should have been doing other very important work. You know who you are, and you know where you've been fired from, or you know what class you're flunking right now. But I appreciate the effort. But there's a lot of people that are probably a bit more sensible and reasonable that are going to hold an all-night, 48-hour sleepless vigil of watching over the weekend. I know you've all got that planned, and I appreciate it. You know, it's funny. So there was obviously there's no international release, and I don't know when that's going to happen. Hopefully sometime,
whoops.
You know,
That's not what I wanted.
That happen later on, but there was some internal conversations, and I can't reveal any detail, or else I'll get sued. But there was a shocking number of international viewers, despite only being released in the U.S. The people talking were very, very surprised.
Papa Thulu, yeah, God. Here's one of my
there were some
best
people that have
friends,
VPN,
or my closest friends. I was doing some voice acting for one of his machinima, and that's how we met. And we formed Team Pookie, and like, I am very hard to get a hold of and inconsistent, and I feel so bad for that. But it's just life of a working adult makes it hard for me to sometimes hang out. We're going to be streaming at some point. I've got to figure out when is a good time for me. We're going to be doing FNAF,
which I feel like is
Into the
just
Pit.
as complicated
I think,
as
yeah,
figuring out how to get
at some point.
working. But when it comes
I'll just
down
have to
it, the objective
let him know
here
when I'm good
does
to go, because oh my
necessitate
God.
that I emphasize the strategy of watching it on the appropriate platform. That being said, you know, there's a lot of people here, and I get the excitement about it. Torrents bogged my brain. They're really not that complicated if you think about it. It's a very fundamentally similar process to, you know, a VPN. I mean, they're different, but you know, networking is a complicated beast, and I know only a little bit of it.
Oh, you did?
But yeah, it's a free trial doesn't work in your country.
Oh, so you're the one who prompted that.
Definitely a possibility.
Got it, got it.
To the powers that be, who might even be watching this stream right now.
Okay.
Are you? Don't text me if you are. Anyway, so yeah, we're being observed right
What a
now.
gift.
I want you to know that we're being watched. Your paranoia.
Oh
today
yeah,
is
so
very
that's my fault. That is
Also, you know, if you
100%
sleep
my
it down,
fault. Here's what
that's
happened.
it.
I'm gonna pause Mark again to kind of
We're being
talk
watched.
about
The
all
powers
the
that be are in
fucking
here.
bullshit I've been doing. So, okay, we had planned for a day, right? We had planned for a day. And I was like, yeah, I'm good to go. We're good. And then I go to start up my computer and it won't boot up. Like, it would not boot up at all. And so I did everything I could to get it to work. And what it would do is it would get to the loading screen and it would just cycle through, or it would give me like, it would go to a thing where it's like, oh, you need to repair Windows. And I couldn't get into my computer at all. And that literally happened, I think, an hour before we were supposed to go live, right? So, and then right out, and then that took like a week and a half to fix. I ended up taking it to Mystic Gremlin's brother, and he had a guy fix it for me. You guys haven't really met Mystic Gremlin too much, I don't think. She is my roommate and bestest buddy. But yeah, so her brother took care of it for me, got my computer fixed, and all that. So that was like a fucking shit show and a half. Right after that, okay, literally, I was going to be like, hey, let's do it this weekend, or let's do it this point in time. And then there was a storm that knocked a tree over that took my power out. So I was without power for like, I think it was like 2.5 days or something like that. And then we got our power restored. And after that, the lights, it just didn't work. They kept flickering. All of the power, it was like there wasn't enough power going into the house, and I was so scared to turn on my computer. It was fucking insane. I was afraid to turn on my computer because I can't afford to buy new components to fix my computer if anything breaks. Like right now, I cannot afford it. I've got too many things that I need to take care of, like dental work, like new glasses, etc., etc., etc. I can't afford it right now. So I did not turn on my computer for, I think it was like, a couple weeks. And then like a week and a half ago, maybe a little bit longer, we call our landlord, and we're like, hey, this is going on. We're worried about it. Could you just send someone to come take a look? And they come take a look. I am a bit clueless. But then, oh my god. Okay, so call the landlord. Fucking, he comes. He sends a guy over, and the guy is just like, yep, your light bulbs are about to go out. That's all it is. Yep, your light bulbs are about to go out. And we were respectful, but based on our experiences, where me and my roommate are both like, yeah, no, that sounds like bullshit. There is no way every single one of our light bulbs are going out at the exact same time. Especially since several of them are not LEDs. And so like we're just dealing with this, and we're like, what the fuck do we do? Oh yeah, that was Mystic Gremlin. She's the one complaining about the IRS. Oh my god, that's a shit show and a half. Like, one day we can sit down and you guys will meet her. I'm actually, when she gets back from work today, we're gonna play Yakuza, but we're not streaming it. This has been a series we've been trying to do for like a year. But yeah, it was when we were playing fucking content warning. Yes. We've been trying to play Yakuza for like a year now. We've been stuck on the same game, and it's just because work has made it very difficult to meet up. Finally, we're getting to a point where like we both have a consistent schedule and we can just sit down and play it. So we're playing all of them. I'm going to be playing, I think, 1 through 4, and then she's going to play the rest. I have not played any of the Yakuza games. I started playing 0, but then we had a conversation about how it would probably be best to start chronologically from the first game made and then work our way up. And that's just because, from what she says, the mechanics are kind of... They get better, but they're kind of clunky. And so if you play the newer games, then the older games are frustrating. Which they fucking are. They fucking are. This first one, oh my god. I made the mistake of going, we're going to complete this. I want that secret boss. It'll be great content. It is not great content. I'm going to have to edit all of this down because there's a lot of it that's just busy work. Holy shit. I mean, I'm not going to lie. All of them are pretty great. But anyway... Anyway, so, okay, and then fucking, so I'm gonna keep my event going because there was a lot more bullshit. So after the electricity thing, me and my roommate are just kind of like, well, fuck, what do we do? Because I don't want my fucking computer broken, and she's like, I don't like these lights because we're both very light sensitive. And there is this fucking, there's this just like, this, it was like this flicker that the lights would do that most people would not notice. They wouldn't notice, they wouldn't care, but it was bugging us because we are just incredibly light sensitive and we can detect shit like that, very easily. So it bothered both of us. And then one day, it was the day that we had gone to go look at light bulbs because like, well, if it's the light bulbs, then I guess we'll go look at getting some new light bulbs and see if that helps anything, yada, yada, yada. We changed some of the light bulbs, did jack and shit, by the way, fucking jack and shit. So it's like, oh, yeah, that's your light bulbs. Fucking no, it ain't. Anyway. So following that, I can't remember how many days it was. It was like 4 days after we changed light bulbs. All of a sudden, the power is fine. Even in the bulbs that were like we hadn't changed yet because we were experimenting with different light bulbs before we just settled on anything. Anyway, so everything just kind of started working again, and everything's been consistent since. And then, right after that, so I was getting ready to stream, and it was going to be a surprise stream for you guys. I was making the icon, just getting everything done. Anyway, so my roommate's cat Pippin, he's a dumb marshmallow fucker, decided to walk on my desk, and not walk on my desk. We had recorded fucking Yakuza the night before. And we had gotten far enough. We saved Haruka from the Chinese mafia. I can't think what they're called. The Triad or something. So we had just saved Haruka from that. And I had left my microphone because we used my Yeti out in the living room to record it. Yeah, the Snake Flower Triad, them. Anyway, so I left it out, and I was like, it's fine, I'm gonna go to bed, I'll take care of it. Oh, thank you for the sub! Welcome to the Death Cult. Take your beak and or feathery cowl and wear it appropriately. And I hope we can have a fun time. Back to the rant. So, fucking... Cult of the Card. But it's ultimately the Ducky Cult, isn't it? Yeah, Cult of the Card. You're right. Anyway, so, I guess this cat had thought that the cord to my mic was a toy, and he started playing with it. And he yoinked it out and broke the cord. He broke the, like, tip of the cord. And, like, it kind of had functionality, but it was in and out, and I was just like, fuck me. And I had to wait for payday to actually buy a new one, and then following payday, I needed to, just wait for Amazon to deliver my cords. I did initially try to go to Walmart to see if they had any. They fucking didn't. Because apparently they don't sell these cords anymore. Which was, oh, that was annoying. That was just, Anyway. So, that brings us to last Saturday. When I got my cord back. And then Sunday, I was kind of sick. And yeah, so now we're here to today. Oh my God. That's what I've been dealing with. And it's like, it's not stuff that I could fix myself. And I felt bad because, like, you are all my lovely, lovely campers. Or cult members. But yeah, so that has been why things were pushed back. And that's all just... latest thing actually that happened after... So I get my microphone thing. I actually broke my glasses. Like right now, they're only functional because I had super glue. Cause like there's like this break on the frame itself near the bridge of my nose. I do wear glasses, yeah. They're invisible glasses. You can't see them, but I do wear glasses. I didn't make glasses for my model because I didn't really like the shapes that they had, and they didn't really properly convey what my glasses look like. You know the Inkling mask? Yeah, they kind of look like the Inkling mask. And I think they're cute. But I couldn't really make those in a Vroid model, and it was... you get what you got here. Invisible glasses. Anyway, so yeah, that was the whole reason things kept getting pushed back, and I kept having to be like, actually, I can't do this. It's among the us, the sus. Yeah, I drew that. Hi, how are you? Oops, no, I didn't want to shrink it. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Anyway, so, I was working when he did this stream, so I wanted to watch this with everybody to kind of, and then maybe give my thoughts, because I did watch Edge of Sleep, which I do have some thoughts, because like it was good. Ultimately, Edge of Sleep, I like it. I can recommend it. It's very much a baby's first horror, almost, where it's dark and it can be scary, but it's like softcore YouTube horror, or like softcore analog horror tropes almost, where it almost feels like horror for a more general audience, but not for kids. I don't know how else to describe it. It has... Ooh, wildcard lore. Oh my god, yeah, the D&D game. I gotta do that. I almost forgot. So here's what's going to happen with the D&D game. I've got a thing. I don't have it, but there is a thing that is going to kind of let you guys control a character. And so y'all will get to choose between 3 characters, 3 pre-generated characters, and then it'll be up to you to kind of play the adventure, and then I DM for you guys. And it's gonna be, I hope it's fun. I hope it's fun. Dibs. I mean, you all are gonna share the character, guys. Like, you're gonna have to, like, you guys are gonna be, like, all the voices in this character's head telling him to do things, him or her, telling them to do things, and then figuring out what to do. So, never played D&D before. I've never DM'd before, so it's gonna be a new experience for everybody. Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. You just make shit up as you go. Oh, it's gonna be awkward? Ah. Listen. I am the queen of awkward, and I am the queen of cringe. That is who I am, and I am proud of that. So you're in good company. But yeah. Okay, back to, I'm gonna bring Markiplier back.
With us right now, and they are observing and they are holding us accountable for the actions that we are undergoing, right?
I
It's
created
like
being
sin. If you haven't, if you
strong
haven't done
opponent.
the plan, that's sin, right? It's basically the same, just in the same way that torrents are the same as a VPN. Not following the plan is the worst sin possible right now, according to those that are observing us. Yes. So, is there going to be more Edge of Sleep? If the plan works, that's kind of the way it goes. Yes. Oh, look, it's Dave. Man, there's so many times, because the main character's, the main character's name in Edge of Sleep is Dave, and I always think of Wilford, Mother of Warstuff. Dave! Dave. Greg. Steve. Dave! Said that so much. Yeah. So I have a bunch of stories, obviously, to tell from that. But before I get to it,
you can still be king, because I cannot be king.
10? Oh yeah. Right now, it's
I am a queen, and I will accept nothing less than
went as high as 4,
queen.
obviously as low as 10. But I think according to some lists, it's like hovering around 7, 6. And when this weekend kicks off, it's going to be a bonanza. It's going to be a bonanza. I actually want you guys to know that these things are slow. The instantaneous results that most of YouTube and content creation and things on the internet in general operate as does not apply to larger things like this. There are big wheels that need to turn in very large
hold on, let me see.
That cause these things to go forward. But I want you to know that
I am looking up where Edge of Sleep is.
Just yesterday, I had a lovely interview with Hollywood Reporter, and that'll come out Monday. But that just gives you an idea of the pace at which things work like this. The wheels
popularity.
That turn, they need a lot of momentum, and you guys did already.
It went down
a ton. And that's something to be admired. I don't want anyone ever to get down on themselves just because they see it go up and then go down. That's the kind of number chasing that is a part of this industry and part of this whole process. But also, it's very easy to get distracted by the instantaneousness and not focus on the actual tangible results. It's very easy to do something once. It's very hard to sustain something for a very long time.
Oh wait, no, that's of
pretty
all
much the only
time.
reason why I'm
Let's
still
see.
here, I think, is just because everything that I've been doing, has been such a long burden of work that it has kept me occupied and constantly learning and constantly evolving. So if you think about it, it's only been 2-3 days, barely that, since the show even came out, and it's already making an impact. It's already having an effect. And there is a lot more left to do because, like I said at the beginning of this, it's more about where it lands over a 30-day period. But that's what I'm trying to encapsulate. This show
Okay, so
being filmed
it's
back in 2021.
currently
took
at
that
6.
long to get even to this
Hello,
point.
Blue
That's
Jay.
how
How
long. And
are
I know
you?
people want to point fingers or something that's saying people aren't
Damn
doing
fine,
enough.
but-
Not any of want to hear, but I know what's being said on social media.
You could
and I
make
see it, and
Sebastian
I get it.
give
But at the
Sebastian a
same
run for
time,
his money, for
it's,
sure, for sure.
People excited and people who have been pounding the pavement, and there are many people in this project that have put a lot of faith in me and trust in me, and that trust. Is
God, I
something
need to
that
make this
want
actually
to be
pretty. Hold
able
on,
to
let's see.
earn, even if it's like something that I've been fighting for a very long time. There's a lot of people out there in terms of content creation that will probably make big, grandiose promises, and they'll inflate whatever value they're trying to achieve. And I don't blame them for that, but it does create an uphill battle every time one of those lies gets put forward into the world, and then the people that come after have to climb an even bigger hill
God.
of doubt when things don't go there. Which is why when I said at the beginning of all this, I said top 10, and then I stupidly went only top 10, even though I know that it's possible.
I am one of
Because
those
obviously
people
we've seen
who
that, but it's like, I really
inadvertently
like to underpromise and overdeliver, because that
overpromises and underdelivers.
That is an indication that I'm trying
as part
to
of what
make
ends up with
something
my
that is
anxiety, like
actually
where
worthy
I'm at with
of the attention that it's getting. So,
Titan.
it's yeah. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the plan. Did you not?
The plan.
Did you not see the plan? Do you not see the link in the description?
Did you guys see the
below
plan?
for the Edge of Sleep, which is out right now, which people seem to like?
Yeah,
I
okay,
didn't
that
film it,
works.
but I acted in it, and I've said this before, but it's like that was filmed 3 years ago. So looking back on it now, I have obviously progressed as an actor, and it's
God, okay.
Henry always brags.
Tim Rockets
It's,
blasting him off
it's
again.
something that
Have a good
I've
night.
worked on since then. I've worked on other projects. If you
What?
really want
Does
your
it-
mind blown, Edge of Sleep was
Wow.
filmed before
Kisses.
Space.
Goodbye, kisses.
Before In Space with Markiplier, Edge of Sleep was filmed. So you seeing that is like that puts it into context what 3 years ago really
I'm
was.
sorry. What is this conversation?
Yeah, this was in the
What?
dead center of COVID. And
Okay,
we filmed
let's
it up in
see.
Canada, which I know some people find it ironic that, we filmed it in Canada. It's not available in Canada, but it will be someday. If this works, it will be. I promise you. Yes. Yes. But wasn't there an audio drama too? Yes, this was originally an audio podcast. Well, I guess an audio podcast. It was a story podcast is what I meant to say. And
An audio podcast.
it was such an experience filming that because I think I might have talked about this a little bit, but I'll recap some of it. So filming in Canada in the middle of COVID meant that I have to go through a lot.
Apparently,
of
he's never been in a
very
VTuber.
technical procedures, have a very
If just that gets you to run away,
government document
then you've
that
never
said
been in a
I
VTuber
can
chat
do
before,
this thing that
is what I mean to
am
say.
here to do, and then it's
oh,
then I have to go into quarantine
See-
for 2 weeks. So I land, and my plane
threatening.
up to
Threatening
Vancouver
the new
was
children.
empty. Like there were 2 other people in there.
How could you?
And still a full staff of flight attendants and pilots and everybody there, but there was nobody because of course who was going anywhere? And
I
international
actually
travel was locked down,
have-
but I was going, and so when I get there, I arrive at Vancouver's international customs area, and I see
Oh, no.
nobody. There's Nobody there. I go to the customs window. It's usually this enormous line of windows because it processes thousands and thousands of people. I'm the only guy there. And I'm walking around and all the ropes are still there. It's just liminal space. You've never seen an empty airport. You've never been in one, or maybe you have. But if you have, you know what I'm talking about. It's
you're fighting for your rightful place at the top.
It's so bizarre.
I mean, that's just survival of the fittest. I can't be mad about that.
But I go through the ropes, and I'm supposed to go this way because it's like, okay, American passport, come over here, and it's
ooh, there are a lot of them, but the skeletons need to be organized before they can be cleaned. I need to do the organization because they are numbered and they need to be kept in their separate piles. Welcome back, Gabriel.
It's like something straight out of a movie. I'm just like, oh, and then I slowly walk towards, and they look at me like I'm not supposed to be there, which by all accounts, I probably wasn't. But I hand them my government authorization saying like, this guy's an actor. He can do this. Yeah, he can do this. And then, he gets that. And then I go through to get my baggage checked. And the people who do the baggage check, there's 5 of them there. And they're all just sitting on like the security scanners and the conveyor belts. They're sitting on them because no one's there and they have to show up, but they're there and they're just sitting. And when I walk in with my bag, and again, you imagine an airport security line with nobody there, not a soul, not a person there, nobody. And they all look at me and they go, they might as well have been smoking and they just, and none of them help me. Not a one of them. I go up to them being like, am I supposed to get my bag checked? And they point. They don't even say a word. They point to a window in the wall that's shuttered.
Well, enjoy dinner.
Where you normally talk to someone, shutters down. And they say, well, they don't say, they point over there. And I go, okay, all right. And then I go over there to the window. There's no button. There's no ring for service thing. I stand by the window like an idiot.
Having worked in an airport, I did have a brief job at an airport. I got fired. But it was because I don't even know why I got fired. They would just kind of call me and would be like, this isn't gonna, I don't think we're gonna work out. And it's just like, well, fuck. So it wasn't anything that I'm aware of that was like super bad. Because I didn't do anything wrong, I don't think. Anyway, having worked in an airport, I can kind of get it. I can kind of get why they were like, oh god, this bitch. Instead of like, oh yeah, let me help you. It's because like they see so many of that shit, and there's so much that's just kind of bullshit at airports. Like it's rough. And I kind of get it, but also, damn, these guys are just really bad at customer service. On one hand, I get it. On the other hand, why y'all being bitches? Damn.
For 5 minutes, waiting for it to, lethal company style. Maybe a tentacle comes out and eats me. Nothing. And so I
would love to be able to tell stories as good as this guy.
Talking, not doing anything. I go like, am I supposed to call someone? I'm kind of pissed off now. And they go like, fine. They go fine, and they pick up a phone, and then they call someone that they were supposed to call. And then another 15 minutes go by before someone even showed up. And so he finally gets there, and this guy is just as pissed off at them because he was probably jerking off in the back room, just hoping no one showed up. And then he comes over being like, what's this fucking douchebag here with a bag at an airport? My airport? He stamps my thing in 2 seconds and waves me on, and I leave. And that was my introduction to Vancouver Airport during the height of COVID, when there was nobody there. Yeah, he was slorking it in the back rooms the whole time. A full liminal experience, if you know what I mean. So meanwhile, he rushes back to the back rooms because he needs to edge some more, and then I go to my government assigned vehicle, a cab.
Government.
I am supposed to go to this hotel so I can quarantine for 2 weeks. That was the beginning of my 2-week solo adventure in some very nice hotel. Actually, I recorded some videos there. I think I might have. All of Papers, Please was recorded in that hotel. If you want to go back and witness the experience that was, and then that weird video where I said you will like this video, which inevitably all of you will eventually. I think.
Eventually.
Did you like that video? Straight up jorking it, and by it, I mean my airport. That's very funny. That was very funny.
Flying scares you.
There's going to be a behind-the-scenes video because I don't recall there being behind-the-scenes.
You know,
again, not my.
I think flying can be scary.
So when it came down to it, I didn't have any say in what.
I don't have any pilot friends, but I am terrified of heights. Like I cannot do heights, but for some reason, for some reason.
Yeah.
Flying doesn't bother me that much.
And executive producer, but that's Futurama made a joke about that. They give that title around. I mean, it's just, it's put in some funding into the show and you get that title. So it's there were other people that were definitely more experienced producers than I was, and I definitely, I butted heads. Because that's what I do, because I wanted to try to push for, what I believed was quality decisions for the show and things like that. I'm so glad that people like the intro song to Edge of Sleep.
Oh my god, I love it. So
watch the intro sequence. It's very good. I am so glad.
I am a huge fan of what they did for the intro sequence. I do find the Pill Guy and Modafinil thing just a little bit odd. Like I kind of get it, but it also feels like out of nowhere thing. It feels a little bit out of place, but no, it's a good song, good intro. Very good. You get so nervous with flying. Yeah, I can see why. But there's nothing to be afraid of. I mean, there are probably a lot of things to be afraid of, but God, that's actually so. You wanna hear my introduction to my coworkers? I think it was like the first day on the job. I went over and I saw, like, there's this guy. He's this Japanese guy. He comes in and he makes sushi on Thursdays. And his first introduction to me was me going, "Ooh, that looks tasty. What is it?" And he's cutting salmon. And he gives me a piece of raw salmon and I just eat it. And I have told my coworkers this many times, I have no fear and no shame. I will do just about anything if it seems like a good idea at the time. Except I have a lot of fears. Heights are one of them. People, ooh, that's another one sometimes, depending on where I'm at. But yeah, I do not really I really should probably have a better sense of fear. Something like that.
That people like that song by, I believe it's Peggy Lee, right? Peggy Lee?
Yeah, don't worry.
Was that it? Someone confirm that. Yeah, Peggy Lee. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's a story about this. That song had a very steep licensing fee, right? Had a very steep licensing fee. But it was one of those things where the entire intro was made I believe a lot of that is stop motion animation that the director Corey Adams actually made himself. I don't know if he did all the compositing, but some of that is like miniature works. The little tablet guy, that's stop motion that Corey Adams, the director, made himself. So you have him to thank for that stuff. Very cool things. But he made that whole thing to that song. And then, you know, I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus, but this is like where the fight can come from if it's not your project and you're like, this should happen. I believe it very much. They didn't want to pay the licensing fee. And I do understand it was a very expensive licensing fee. I'm not going to say the amount, but it was expensive, but it wasn't millions. It wasn't hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it was, you know, expensive. And so they didn't want to pay for it, and they wanted to replace it. And they replaced it with this.
A bit behind.
I'm sure that whoever made it is a very lovely person.
I mean,
it was very generic. It was not specific to the show. It did not embrace the themes. It did not set the vibes. It did not feel like the show.
We're just watching Markiplier's stream from the other day, and then we're just shooting the shit.
Not only different than other shows, but also iconic to the show itself and match with all of the different flavors that are coming through in the show. The show is not perfect.
I will be right back. I'm gonna
of that. And it's just
I
so
need to use the
license
restroom
fee.
really
And
fast.
this was like weeks before release because I heard about this decision last minute. I was like, no, I'll pay for it. I paid for that. I paid for the editor to take the time to back in. It was great, and it was great. And I'm sure if there was enough time, they probably could have found a suitable replacement. But this is like, you know, it was such a perfect fit. And if you know later on in the show, it comes back in a very cool way in a plot point, and it's So I'm a producer, yes. The show was written by the same people that wrote the audio podcast, and it was directed by someone by the name of Corey Adams. It was a worthy purchase because also it pays the artist too. I don't know how many opportunities Peggy Lee Peggy Lee passed away, so it's like Peggy Lee's estate. I don't know how many opportunities they have for people, looking into that music. I'm not sure what the situation is there, but supporting artists is an important thing. Yeah. So it's good across a lot of fronts, and those types of creative decisions I'm always trying to push for because they're meaningful. It's meaningful, and there's meaning in every decision that you make in a creative process, in a creative project. There has to be meaning on it. It cannot, if the less meaning you have in each moment, the more disconnected it is from the whole. And I think that's why people can look at the show and really enjoy it, even if it does have flaws, and it does. It was, it's a lower budget production. It was done under constraints, given that we had a bunch of really new and really confusing COVID restrictions. And so this was like one of the earliest projects to go through some of that. So we had this whole organizational system with zones of there's like zone 1, 2, and 3. I don't even remember the full specifics, but actors were like zone 1, and only certain people in zone 2 could even be around them because they didn't want anyone risking getting the main cast sick, because if we're sick, then we're out for who knows how long. It was crazy. It was really crazy. Yeah. But it happened. It definitely happened, and it came a long way. But again, that was 3 years ago. That was 3 years ago. Yeah, the fact that people think actors have anything to do with publishing of shows is hilarious. In this case, I do have a lot to do with it, but it's just because the reason there is a marketing push going out today. I want people to understand there is, but it's traditional, right? There's traditional media buys happening. There's traditional commercials being put out. They're putting out the trailer in there. They're having some advertisement buys on that. And it goes forward with that. And so it all comes together from there. There's a question here that is a spoiler. I kind of want to answer it, though, because it pertains to something in the deeper creative process. No, I can't. I really don't want to talk about anything too spoilery yet until people have had a chance to watch the show. And some people, I know you may not have seen, but there's a link in the description below where you can watch the show. It's available right now, US only for now. And if you're savvy with VPNs, you can watch it internationally. And there's a free trial. You need Prime Video to get it, but there's a free trial. I highly encourage it. We still have a goal to meet, and we're just going to push it as hard as we can. Yes, but I'm not going to spoil anything. I can't answer those questions just yet. So try not to. And then, yeah, we'll get there. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm not going to talk about any spoilers, so you don't have to worry about that. It'll all be good. Yes, but in the description, there is what you're looking for. Yeah, I can talk more spoilery down the road. Yeah. Good decision. The intro is so important. This one is perfect for the show. It really is. It really is. It's a phenomenal representation of the show with the car sequence and the plane. And this isn't spoiling. It's just the intro, like, animatic. It's beautiful. I really like it. It's fascinating. The song goes well with it. It works well with it. It has both like this kind of comforting vibe and also like a creepy undertone to it, given the visual dissonance. It's really cool. Yeah. But now, how long does it need to be top 10? Probably a month. If I had to be perfectly honest about it, it probably has to be there a month, or average a place in there.
Nope, that's not
at
right.
least in the top 10. And I know
there
that's
we
a
go.
long
There
time,
I am.
But the
Hello.
advantage here is, as time goes by, this is its own platform, and other people will see it. And the harder that it's hit in the beginning, the more that it actually will ripple outside of this. Like I was saying earlier, I did an interview with Hollywood Reporter, and that article will go out to people that aren't traditionally my fans, but do enjoy TV, and so it'll eventually gather more traction that way. And then as the platform's algorithm does whatever it does, it can keep going there. Yeah.
Explain what happened.
Yep, I posted several selfies from set, but again, that was like 3 years ago. Yeah. Yep. Edge of Sleep watch party. Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, we were talking about how scary flights are.
I don't know. Yeah. I believe.
That's it.
I believe it is. Yes.
I told Wildcard that it'll be okay. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Why did it take 3 years? Because this is an uphill battle. Like, these are just the odds that we're set against. That's the reality of it. It's 3 years because it takes a long time to convince people that things like this are possible. You know. And
I've got everything under control.
This was kind of always the plan was to,
oops, nope,
get it
that is
made and then put it out there, and I help promote it, and you guys help assist pushing it, and that's what it is. But yeah, it's a fight. It's always a fight.
Yeah.
It's always been a fight. Yeah. There's just always probably going to be a fight.
I'm gonna turn the top back.
But this is part of that battle. The
Damn it.
proving myself and what we can do is part of this battle. It goes on for a very long time, and it's a constant battle that needs to be done. But it slowly recruits more people that believe in what we can accomplish and that we're really here. And even though I'm just an actor, I'd like to think that some of the decisions and things that I push for in the show, much like the intro song, are for the betterment of the show in general. Because it's not just for me. I know for a lot of big companies and people in the sphere, it's more about this. But for me, it's not about the success of it. I've never been focused on the success of something as a, metric of whether or not an endeavor was worth doing. For me, if you look at like Heist and
Any new games I've been playing?
successful in some metrics, but as a money-making metric, nothing. No, they didn't make nothing. It's and I've talked to a few people about this recently, but I say it all the time.
No,
Like, it's not
actually, I
necessarily about
haven't
whether
really been
it
playing too
is
many
success
games. Like, I've played
monetarily, it
Minecraft
makes
since
sense to
I
make
got
on
my
paper,
stuff
because
back,
some things
but because of how
don't
just
make sense if you're looking
crazy
for
things
wrong
have been.
reasons. And for me, the reasons always is to make
I
something
haven't
that
been really
pushes what I
playing
can
too
do
many
and teaches me
games.
something new and
Closest to a
gives
new
people
game
something that they've never seen
that I have
before or
played
might not have ever seen
was
from me or people that I work with. And that gives a chance for other people to become inspired and see the story that other people can make things whenever they want to make it if they put in the effort. To
Friday
learn
Night
skills.
Funkin', isn't that always that hasn't that been in development for like years?
Down and it moves all around, just like this ranking. It goes up and down, and it'll probably continue to go up and down. But the reason behind it,
Let me see.
is bigger than all of that. You know, it's more than all of that. And I was just talking to Jay Schlatt about this on their podcast. But it's about 8 years ago. You know, I had hit a goal of mine. You know, and
3.
it was, I
Feels
hit a
like it's
goal
been
and
longer
I
to
reached
me.
this plateau in what I wanted to do, and I was
Let's see.
I was looking around at the success that I found, and I found emptiness. You know, there was nowhere left to climb, and I was incredibly depressed from that, and I was incredibly depressed for a while there.
Big
and I was
updates, though.
grasping at a lot of different things,
I
trying to
haven't played
find
Friday
that
Night
spark
Funkin'. Maybe I should play that at some point.
And I found it after a few years of struggle. It was not instantaneous, but I found it out in continuing to strive to make larger things. There was an entire different skill set in that pushed me to go further. This was part of it. Like doing the podcast in the first place, the Edge of Sleep Just Audio podcast in the first place, was pushing myself to be like, okay, let's try to act.
Okay.
That was in 2019.
Have
And
a
I
good
was
night.
Pretty close to the beginning of all this, you know, what I'm talking about
Kisses.
right now. And then, you know, after that, I think right around there I did Heist. Actually, no, 2019 was Heist, and then that came out at the same time. And then, you know, COVID, film couldn't do much. Film.
This might sound really bad. Maybe. I don't know if you guys have actually looked into it. I still have not watched Heist with Markiplier or participated in that Space with Markiplier. I just haven't had the time to sit down and do it between work and my other projects. Because, like, I want to create stuff that I want to see. I want to create part of the entire appeal of creating Titan has been just the making something that I wanted to see out of a concept that I thought was really cool, but was not executed well. And then I want to do like analog horror stuff. I want to do projects that I don't get to see the way I want to see them. And so I've been putting aside participating in things until I do them, though I really should stop and actually look at these things for my enjoyment, because otherwise I'll work myself into the ground and I will hate the process. So I really should just do stuff. Yeah. And you know what? Even if you don't, that's okay. One of the things that I like about the creative process is it's almost like each step you take, each video you make, each thing you do just makes you better and better and better at your process. And I can already see, like, I've only released 2 episodes. I mean, quote unquote episodes. They're shorts. But I've released the shorts and I've released one of the lore videos, and I can already see like myself getting better at telling the story, at editing and stuff like that. So it's like the process and growth from it is so exciting for me. And your comments, but also the growth that I see from myself has been a very big motivator. The unfortunate thing is sometimes I'd rather be doing that than working, and I need to be able to focus. I'll probably never actually get to the point where this can be a career, so I'll probably always have that struggle. But some days I wish that I was big enough that I didn't have to worry about it. Oh yeah, I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, throw it at me. I'll love it either way. Slap me in the face, kick it. I was gonna say kick me in the face, but that doesn't make fucking sense. We're not making sense here anymore. Let's see, how much longer? This is like a 3-hour stream? Holy shit. We've only gotten through 40 minutes of this, and that got really weird really fast. Welcome to a VTuber chat! It gets weird.
Did Unus Annus, of course. That was the next big thing. And then, you know, the film This, did Space, have been working on Iron Lung ever since. It's...
No, I got one more. I've got one more anecdote. I would not be doing this if not for Unus Annus. Like, I would not have made this channel if it wasn't for watching Unus Annus. Because I had tried YouTube before, and it failed spectacularly, and so it's like, well, maybe this isn't for me, and this isn't the right time, this isn't the right whatever. I kept making excuses. And as I was watching Unus Annus throughout the years, it's like, it gave me a lot of, like, joy. And it's like, no, I want to do that. That seems like fun. That seems great. I want to do that shit. But I didn't want to be in front of the camera. I didn't want to be like one of those face VTubers, or not VTubers, YouTubers. I didn't want to be a flesh tuber. But I also didn't think I had a good voice to just be a speaking commentary YouTuber. Fucking keep saying VTuber. Anyway, I thought that I did not have what it took to be just a regular YouTuber. And then I visited Mystic Gremlin. It was before COVID happened. I visited for a week, and then I went to Utah for my mom's birthday, which, holy shit, that's an entire story. I don't think I told you about how I got trapped in Utah because of COVID. Do it. Do it. Just do it. But Unus Annus is coming up, so it's I think I want to make like a tribute video, because I'll be honest, like I watched Unus Annus, and the thing that really sparked me into actually doing this despite everything was the very last thing, the very last stream episode they did. They were doing like a Q&A. They were just talking, right? And they were counting down to the final moments. And I knew I couldn't stay up to watch it because I had an early shift. I had to be up at like 5 a.m. or something, and the thing ended at midnight. I needed sleep. So I went to bed at like 8 o'clock. And when I woke up, it was 1 a.m. and I had missed it. And I didn't think that would affect me so much, but it did. It's like I missed this big thing because I was so worried about this thing that didn't even pay me that much, that didn't even pay me like a living wage. But I was so concerned about it that I missed one of the biggest things to have ever happened. And it was at that moment that I decided, no, I'm not going to keep doing this to myself. I'm going to take control of my life. I am going to make sure that I do the shit that I want to do before I die. Because this letting people drag me this way and that way, I wasn't living my life. I was being dragged through other people's lives. And after that revelation, like, I decided I'm gonna do whatever it takes to see this through. And that's why, like, even if I'm like gone for long periods of time, I will always come back. I will always come back. Like, you can be assured of that. I will always be back. But yeah, right now I'm actually wearing some Honest Honest merch. It's the white hoodie with the like numbers on the side. Anyway. Everybody hates their voice. You just get used to it. But yeah. That's my how I came to be. I guess. So I'm gonna let him. You guys love your person. Good.
It's yeah.
Love yourself.
It's been a lot, and so I was trying to communicate that the only reason I was able to find something new is because I looked back on the original reason why I wanted to make anything in the first place, which was not to become a big YouTuber. That was a short-term goal for sure. Just like the short-term
You know
goal
what's
is
funny?
to get it into the top 10.
You
or
can
as high as it'll
see
go.
you can
That's the
see
short-term.
the way it
Long-term
sounds
goal
like
is
shit
I
on the
want to
chat thing,
feel like
but you can't see it like in my
have
chat
control
like
of my life. I want to feel
thing.
like I can do more than the drifting I've been doing for the past 20 odd years at the time when I made the decision. The aimless wandering is fine. You'll land somewhere, but I wanted to feel like I had agency in the things that I was doing, and I found joy in the process of creating and trying new things. And so remembering that as the original overarching goal allowed me to look at the small goals that lead towards those bigger goals and then build those into bigger goals. And
that's where I'm at
small
right
steps
now.
leading into those bigger goals. And
The
then
way
I
it
had
makes
an
babies
infinite
cry.
number of mountains to climb.
Well, I'm sure it won't make me cry. I would love to see you both make content if that's something you're interested in doing. I'll be your biggest supporter as much as I can be.
I love the process of that climb because it feels like every time I grab
I
onto
will
something
be-
hold,
I will
even
do
if
my
it
damn
slips out of my
best.
hand and an opportunity gets lost,
I will do my
still
damn
grabbed
best.
it. I still felt
But
it, and I
here's
still
the thing.
held on to it as hard as
You
I
should
could,
be your
and I
own number
still
one
worked
fan.
for it.
This is the thing that I have learned about content creation. You should be your own number one fan. If you are not your own number one fan, if you don't love the content you're putting out or you don't have fun with it, then the process just becomes harder to do. So if you're going to put out content, you got to be your number one fan. I'll be your number two fan. But but you've got to be your number one fan. That's just how it works for me. I don't know if that's gonna work for you, but that's how it works for me.
That I learned every time I got a new handhold, it was a.
Oh, that's
another
fair.
moment that
That's
I could add
fair.
onto my little spreadsheet of things that I did.
It can be like that. So if that's not something that interests you, that's yeah. No, that's fair.
Lost an Emmy.
It's not everybody's cup
That's
of
okay, though.
tea.
It's fine. I'm not bitter about that. It's okay. Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, I got off topic a lot. Here.
You can be the number
Get
one.
ready for that inspirational speech I was talking about. Ignore everything I said. That wasn't inspirational.
Not me fan.
The real inspirational speech.
I am
Start off
my
thinking where you
I
were
am
almost
my
afraid.
number one
That's what I
fan,
was about to
but
say.
you can be
Where you would
the number
kind of
one
close
fan
off yourself
that's
a little
not
bit.
me.
Think that, no, these words aren't for me. They're not for me. But then, as I start to say things, you realize, oh, this is directed right at you. This is terrible. I'm sorry. I'm probably demotivating everybody. I had that moment in The Planet's Changed. I improvised that off the cuff. Even I looked back and I was like, hey, man, that was a pretty funny bit. I bet I can never recreate that, and I don't think I ever will. So, yeah. No, speech is over. Speech is done.
Speech done.
will get there when you get to number one. That rhymed.
Actually, I wonder.
I'll never do that again either.
All right, we're gonna do this.
Anyway, while you have the stream up, get any other device you have, and if you're able to watch it, just put it off to the side and watch it over there. And if you haven't seen it already, the link is in the description. The Edge of Sleep is out now, and our entire plan is the entirety of my career is hinging on this moment. Don't worry, the desperation will soon hit in, and I will start to beg and plead, and then you will see weeping and gnashing, and all the nobility that I once just put forward to you, and any kind of inspiration will slip away as you see that I'm an empty shell of a man that's desperate for recognition.
Me too. Me too. That's why we're doing this.
Alright. Yeah, but link is in the description. You go to Amazon, you need Prime Video, you go watch that, and it'll be really fun. So you go put that off to the side. And I'm going to tell you a story.
All right, I love stories. Let's go.
What story should I tell? Man, they almost all involve, like, the director. Okay, all right. So this isn't. I'm going to tell the story in a very not spoiler way, right? So there's a scene. I'm not going to say where. I'm not going to say when. I'm not going to say what's happening. But it's in a field, right? Okay.
You betcha.
field.
You betcha.
This field is covered, just covered in cow poop. It's beautiful. It is devastated with cow poop. It is just every square inch of it is covered. It's horrible, right? If you watch the show, you might know where I'm going.
Oh, Jelly out here like
But
them's
if you haven't
fighting
watched the show,
words.
you have no idea what's happening. So,
You want to duke it out?
all right. So, what is this? Hold on, my light. So, they clean it up a bit as best they can, but it's a grassy field, and you know, there's only so much you can do. Side note, so I said, you know, it's covered in cow poop, right? There are cows.
You're
there.
gonna fight.
There are
Fight.
cows there. Tons of them. Everywhere. Everywhere, if you've seen the show, everywhere the camera wasn't pointed, cows. It's crazy. This one time, a poor PA was assigned to shooing cows out of a shot, right? And so... So
Top 1%
you see it,
represent.
it's like, you know, the Windows XP wallpaper with the rolling hill.
Go
over
for
the top.
blood.
You see him go to the cows, run up, and the cows are running away, and he goes up over the hill. And so, like, all right, cool, let's do this take. All right, everyone get in position, and we get ready to go. And then we hear,
I'm not. Wait, what's going on?
and we're like, what's this scream echoing on the wind?
I encourage you to be as strong as possible, and sometimes that means duking it out with each other.
Shoot them over the hill, And this guy is
I encourage
fucking running.
strength,
He's
resilience.
running down a hill, so his arms are windmilling.
Hold on.
And we're like, what
Wait,
the fuck
wait.
is he doing? He's ruining the shot.
That-
A few seconds later, a fucking herd of cows comes over the hill and is chasing this guy, and he's just
A
he's
wave
going
of
straight for
cows!
this lake, or this
And
little-
it's the
little-
ocean
I
of
mean,
cows
she shouldn't
chasing
have
a
it.
guy.
That lake also full of poop, but he's trying to get away from the
Yeah!
cows, and so, but he's leading them right.
Let's go even
towards
further
us.
beyond!
He's coming to us. And so we're like, what do we do? Grab the camera! Get behind the car! And so we literally we start prepping to run because it's a herd. Like, it looks like a stampede, but the he gets closer, and the cow, we realize the cows are not stampeding. They are barely moving at all. They're just like, ooh, this guy's funny. So when he gets to us and he gets in the crowd, they all just kind of stop and go like, oh, game's over. And then they just mosey off to the side.
God
That is
damn.
a fucking true story. You ask anyone on set, that is a goddamn true story. It was not filmed. Unless someone busted out their phone, they might have filmed. Man, do I have a video? Maybe. No, I wouldn't have had my phone on me because man. But that. Oh, it's so fucking funny. Terrifying for a little bit, but fucking. God, that's so funny.
That sounds
No,
like
I don't think it was filmed.
a core memory
maybe someone
moment.
from like wardrobe or hair makeup. They caught it on.
No,
film, or maybe
don't
one of
haunt
the camera crew
me.
people, but
I'm
yeah,
boring.
okay.
I'm boring to
That's
haunt.
very.
I'm only
very true
interesting when I'm
story.
on stream.
Okay, but back to the what I was saying.
I'll just bring you back to life.
In that
You might
same
not
field,
look
which
quite
is
the
still
same. You
covered
might
in
look
poop, and probably
very
because the cows
Eldritch
came
horror,
down, so now
but
a
I'll bring
little
you
more
back to
covered in
life.
poop, right? So if you want to see what this scene's about, you gotta watch the show. Link in the description. The Edge of Sleep. But I'm there, not spoilering, and I tell Corey. I go, Corey, beautiful Corey, you lovely man. I'll do anything for the shot. You know me. I'll do whatever you want. But
What?
I say to him,
But
just don't make me crawl in the cow poop. Okay? And then we'll be fine. Everything will be good. Just don't make me crawl in the cow poop. And he goes, yep, you got it. Don't worry. And he goes, yep, you got it.
oh shit, hold on. I fucked that up. I gotta go back here. There we go.
Why would I make you do that? Don't. No, come on, man. And then then we're doing a take, and we're in the middle of it, and we have like 2 seconds of sunlight left, and it's about to go down, and I'm in a little zone of no cow poop, and then he says to me in the middle of the take, as we're
Would
doing
you
it,
like
"Now
me if I was
crawl
still
for
an
the water.
abomination? It's just like, would you still love me if I was warm?
Now crawl to the water. Through in a path that they had not cleared with
Oh,
and I
no!
did it. I crawled through it. I did it for the shot. I did it.
That was
Corey made me do it, and I get up after the old cut, and I get up and I'm just, it's just brown. It's just, I look over at Corey.
oh
I go,
no.
I
Oh,
go,
no.
He remembers us for all of his days.
Oh,
You promise.
you
I said in
promised.
a very soft voice to him. You promise, Corey. You promise. You promise. And I ran off to get disinfected head to toe, because thank God we had all the hand sanitizer.
I need to draw that. I'll probably put it on like my barely used Twitter. but just the big old watery eyes, the quivering lip. Corey, you promised. You promised. You broke your promise. He did it for the bit. He did it for the bit. He's one thing. If nothing else, he's committed as fuck. Just committed as fuck. Shit. Literal shit. Just. Oh yeah, no. I've been hearing about this blue sky thing. I might be joining that because Twitter's just a trash fire. Like, it's not even a fun trash fire like Tumblr was. It's just a trash fire. And everybody hates everybody. You want your mental health to go down the toilet? Join Twitter. It's just, it's fucking horrible. The other thing that fucking drives me nuts is, like, being recommended YouTubers like Asmongold. Because I don't like the guy. I don't like his takes on any of it. Like, at one point I was like, yeah, I kind of agree, but now it's just like, no, I hate his takes on everything. You don't have it? Damn. Damn. Well, that's okay. I don't really post on social media. Like, I'll do YouTube videos, but I'm not a big, like, social media person. Mostly because, like, the more social medias you have, the more likely, shit's gonna get fucked, in my opinion. So.
In Canada. Because you remember, middle of COVID, and I just, and the worst part was, I mean, not the worst part, the cow poop's the worst part, but it was extremely
the cow poop's the worst part.
Right? It didn't look it, but it was unbelievably cold. Like, well, not unbelievably.
I've never used Snapchat.
Fahrenheit, you know. Like,
not in my entire life. I've never used
5 or 6 Celsius,
Snapchat.
Like that. So, I ordinarily, one of the wardrobe people was lending me their coat after
but that was for, like, drawing.
Guess who
now I think there's, like, too much AI bullshit.
This guy. So I was shivering, freezing, covered in cow poop. Look, it's unbelievably cold considering what I was wearing, which was a t-shirt. So cold, okay? I was cold, and I was out there for hours. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I was cold. Yeah. So yeah, it didn't. Yep. Yeah, it didn't. That was man. It was this other time. I'm gonna rat Corey out every single story. So, Franz, the guy who plays Mateo, he wanted to rent a boat on a weekend, you know, just because weekend, you know, not filming. You know, we're all in Canada.
Yeah,
so
nice little weekend.
Let's go take that out.
Go get a boat.
Corey says, yeah, I'll drive the boat. I assumed that meant he's driven a boat before. As far as I know, he has. As far as you know, he has. But I don't think it's normal boat procedure when you're pulling it out of the dock and the marina that the employees at the dock have to sprint over to the other side of the dock and physically prevent the boat that I and Corey and everyone is on from crashing into the pier. They had to sprint over because they all saw it. They go like, "Oh, go!" Because
hold on. Right we are talking about the FNAF thing, so I will be a little bit.
Other boats, you know, and they all 3 deckhands were just like, "Ah!" And they physically hold the boat from crashing into the other dock. And so, yeah, that was a fun start to it. It was very fun. Corey was the director of Edge of Sleep, so he directed this, and so he's the one that I am throwing very under the bus, under the boat, yeah. But once he got out and he didn't have anything to hit, you know, it was totally fine. Then we got in, and when we got in, I think that the deckhands were waiting for us, and they preemptively made sure that he was towed back into the spot. I don't think he parked it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Anyway, it's fine. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. Yeah. Man, I still remember that PA sprinting down the hill. God, I hope someone has video of that. I don't know if anyone's watching this that was part of the production, but if someone has that, I would really like to see that. Don't know if it exists though. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, the little pill animation guy, that was Corey. He made that. So he directed it. He put in a lot.
Actually,
of effort
I've got
into
something
this.
related to talk about, related to like flirting. I have only been accidentally flirty. Like I can't flirt to save my life. When I try, it comes out like really, really fucking bad and cringy, and like nobody wants to deal with that. But like when I'm casual, I can be incredibly flirty, and I don't know how that happens. I don't know. Flirting is hard. Flirting is very hard. But yeah, I mean, I'm not better than you. I just don't let myself be ashamed of my pure cringe.
Effort into that, yeah. It was really good. Who's the imposter? I guess this is an emergency meeting, so I guess we got to vote someone out here. All right, let's do a poll. All right, polls up.
Polls up. Oh yeah, I voted in that poll. I did briefly pop in. Like there is a little chat section where I made a comment, and then I also voted in the poll.
Why did I type in the URL when I had it's in the description? I don't know. All right. Yes, I spelled it correctly. I did. I absolutely did. Yeah. So if you don't know why we're here, this is kind of a meeting to help the plan that will propel the Edge of Sleep into the future of my career. Yep. So
yes.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're all here for. And apparently, Corey is most certainly the imposter. He will be ejected into space, and then unfortunately, that means that there probably won't be a sequel because he is dead. Yeah. So.
Just get a new director.
Yeah, so the plan is...
If I've learned anything from movies and media, you can always just get another director, and it'll be fine. Right? It'll be just fine. There's no possible problems with just getting a new director.
That is not a thing. But the rest of the objective still is what it is. If you have any free time this weekend, please watch The Edge of Sleep on Prime Video. And it is not, unfortunately, released internationally, but if this goes well, there could be that in the future. That's what all this is going for. Judge Judy got crushed. That is another update that is extremely true. Judge Judy got annihilated, but Judge Judy always arises again, so we need to stay vigilant so that it can be there. Yes. If it does turn into like an international distribution, it would be, I imagine, everywhere internationally. You know, that's the only reason that the Legend of Vox Machinima cast us in the first place. They got their international audience, you know.
Tuning me
They're-
out.
they're
How
in,
could you? How
you can
could
even
you?
see the countries that they're in, if you go to that website that was like, I don't know how official
what was
that
I
website is
talking
in terms of
about?
ranking, but it
I
puts
don't
the
even
edge
remember
sleep
what
right
I
now
was
at
talking
6.
about.
It was as high as 4.
I can't
but
explain
obviously no
shit.
international viewership besides the many people that
Because I
get
forgot.
it through a VPN, which if you can, that's awesome. More power
Shit,
to
now you guys know that I'm a
Well,
fucking
these guys
airhead.
got all the
Your god
countries.
is an airhead.
Why can't I have some countries? I want to be international. I want to be international. Oh, also, ratings help. If you want, you can rate it on Amazon itself. It takes a couple days for the reviews to go through. They probably thought that it was a lot of bots, given the number of you, but they're starting to roll in. Thank you for that. And then IMDb also. You can rate there, and that also helps. I believe IMDb is probably owned by Amazon now. I forget. But it's all the same. Do what you can to support the show, even if you can't watch it where you are.
I would.
Not edge to sleep, edge of sleep. I don't even know what I'm typing anymore. Yep. So give it an honest rating. You know, I like tell it what you think it is, and that's what it is. But definitely rate if you can, because numerically it just shows that there are actually people here that are doing things.
Man,
You know, that's the sequel.
I just.
Edge 2 sleep. That's Edge 2 sleep. You know, just Edge 2, the number 2 sleep. Yeah, that's the sequel. You heard
Duck butt number one.
You heard
Duck
me.
cult.
You heard me. Get ready.
We are the
for it. It's gonna
swarm,
be
not the
nuts.
swarm of. Swarm of
Edge to
ducks.
Sleep, edge harder. Edge to sleep. Sleep this. Yeah, it'll be great. 2 edge to sleep.
2 edge to sleep. But no, Mark's chat is great.
All right.
Fuck me.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are funny. Yeah. All right, you're funny. So I had something.
Y'all are
else
great,
I wanted
too.
to mention, something extremely important, but I've now forgotten all about it. If you're expecting things, this is not the thing I was talking about, but if you're expecting something like we hit certain target and then bloop, Iron Lung will just pop out there.
I'm the goddess of ducks. You can say you're friends with the goddess of
But,
ducks.
yeah, I don't have anything to say about that.
At the
yet.
very least,
I
like,
did,
y'all are super
just
important
today,
because two
I've
most
been,
consistent followers that are always
handing
there.
things off,
Always
'cause
here to
I've
support me.
been
What the
editing
fuck?
that
Oh
on
shit,
my
hold
other
on.
editors.
Hold on, I'm getting a
So
phone call.
that's been where the most of the time has been put into it. Is just
Hello.
tweaking the edit, improving it as time goes on. And so a lot of different technical things have gone into that, and that I won't bore you with. But it's been a fun process. I'm apparently a weirdo that likes editing. So but I'm really happy with that. I am extremely happy with that. I have a very solid goal for that. And I'll be perfectly honest, just like I've been honest with this. Like, I'm not accepting anything less than theatrical. That's my personal goal for Iron Lungs. I'm not accepting anything less than theatrical. It's theaters. That movie needs to be in theaters. And I'll tell you straight up, there's been opportunities. Besides that, I don't take them because I have a goal for that, and I'm going to shoot for that goal because it deserves to be there. Yeah. And that's what I want, and that's what I aim for, and that's what I think it deserves, So that's why all the promotional material that I've made and I put out for Iron Lung, because there's no one else. It says coming soon to theaters because I'm not gonna accept anything other than that. That's where it belongs, and that's where it deserves to be. It's good enough for that. It's more than good enough for that. Judging by some of the movies that have come out lately, but it's really good. I'm extremely proud of that. But I don't have any timeline left for that. Yeah, yet for that, not left for that. Yet for that. Yes. But this is one of the many steps, as I outlined in the plan. This is one of the many steps that helps that. It just does. There's certain standards that I'm going to hold myself to always, always. And so I wouldn't accept anything less than the things that I set out to accomplish. And so I'm going to set out and I'm going to accomplish those things. no matter what it takes. And that's what's always pushed me to do more stuff, and that's what's always pushed me to learn. God, I've learned so much in the past year and a half, actually. Now I've learned so much. Shout out to DaVinci Resolve. Shout out to Blackmagic Design for making such an impeccable piece of editing software. Premiere could never.
Sorry.
Adobe could never. Adobe could never. Oh.
I had some dental work done earlier this week, and the filling that's in my tooth, because of the process of cleaning the tooth and then filling the tooth, I have a little bit of like nerve pain that's going into my other teeth. And so I asked my roommate to get me to pick up my pain meds. That's why I was late today, is like, I was in excruciating pain, but it's not like a toothache pain. I don't know how to describe the difference. It was literally just like this subtly pulsing pain that was going into my other teeth. That's the best way. Once we are all in a voice chat, it'll be absolute. I've been thinking about actually doing a Discord before Christmas. But I'm uncertain. I might. Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna stream yesterday. But when I got back from work, I sat down and I just fell asleep. I was so tired. And then I woke up, it was like 11 o'clock or something. And I was like, fuck, well now I guess I'm not streaming because it's too late. But then, like, I went out to lunch today with my roommate. And when I got back, my tooth it hurt. And so I was waiting for that to kick in, and I drew my current stream thumbnail. And yeah. Oh, you're so sweet. This might be bad of me. Oh, excuse me. But whenever I think of simp, I just think of Submissive and Breedable by Smosh. Like that's stuck in my head. But yeah.
Oh man, Adobe could never. Trust me, Adobe could never. Yeah, but shout out to DaVinci Resolve. Beast of a software.
No comment.
The beast of a software. Fucking incredible. And did you like the non-studio version is free?
Wait, what?
In the edit, improving it as time goes on. And so a lot of different technical things have gone into that that I won't bore you with. But it's been a fun process. I'm apparently a weirdo that likes editing. So
Editing is fun.
But it's.
I just don't have time for editing.
I am extremely
so I end up not doing a lot of
have
the editing that I could
solid
do.
Goal for that, and well, I'll be perfectly honest, just like I've been honest with this. Like, I'm not accepting anything less than theatrical. That's my personal goal for Iron Lungs. I'm not accepting anything less than theatrical. It's theaters. That movie needs to be in theaters, and I'll tell you straight
I'll
up,
absolutely watch it if it's in theaters.
Besides that, I don't take them because I have a goal for that, and I'm going to shoot for that goal because it deserves to be there. You know?
What, the editing
That's
and
what
making
I
it
want,
look good?
and
Yeah.
that's what I aim for, and that's what I think it deserves. You know, so yeah, that's why all the promotional material that I've made and I put out for Iron Lung, you know, because there's no one else. It says coming soon to theaters because I'm not
You're completely
gonna
ignoring
accept
Mark.
anything other
I'm
than
listening to
that.
Mark.
That's where it belongs, and that's where it deserves to be. It's good enough for that. It's more than good enough for that. It's judging by some of the movies that have come out lately, but it's really good. I'm extremely proud of that. But I don't have any timeline.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yet for that, not left for that. Yet for that. Yes. But this is one of the many steps, as I outlined in the plan. This is one of the many
about
steps that helps
YouTube.
out. It just does.
The best thing about YouTube and the best thing about creative endeavors is even if you
and so I wouldn't
you will
accept anything
always find
less
your audience.
than
You will always
the
find
things that I set
the
out to
people that will
accomplish.
enjoy your
So I'm going to set out,
content.
and I'm going to accomplish those things, no matter what it takes. And that's what's always pushed me to do
And
more stuff,
so
and that's
long
what's
as
always
you're
pushed me to
like,
learn. God, I've learned so much.
God, I don't know.
Year and a half actually now. I've learned so much. Shout out to DaVinci Resolve. Shout out to Blackmagic Design for making such an
Oh shit.
impeccable
He uses
piece of
DaVinci,
editing
so do
software.
I.
Premiere could never.
I use the free version
Premiere could
because I'm
never.
poor.
Adobe could never.
That's
Adobe
where all
could
of my edits are coming from. Is I use DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah. But shout out
So-
to DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah, no.
Beast of a software.
And it's not a
Beast.
fucking
Beast of a software.
horrid
Incredible.
piece of
And did you-
shit
like
like
the non-studio
Adobe.
version is free. Can you believe that? And the studio version, one-time purchase, no subscription fee. it's both a better software and a better price. I'm not sponsored by them. I would take a sponsorship in the heartbeat.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Fucking love their stuff. It's great. God, it's good. Yeah. It's good.
But
All right. Well, okay. I've seen this
one of the
question
best
a
things
few
about
times
YouTube
about
is
the
like
Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
there's always going to be an
And,
audience for you.
know, much like the first one, there's only so
Sometimes
much
it just
that I
takes a
can
lot of
say.
experimentation because
but
what you
if we get
think you'll be
But
doing
number
YouTube
one, I
as
will-
or what will make what you think will be good may not be what works for you. So I highly
I'll read the
encourage
whole damn
experimenting with
thing
just all
live
different
on
kinds of mediums.
Scott Cawthon will have to come to my
Do
house
I
and
experiment?
beat
Not as
me
much
up
as I
to
probably
stop me.
should, but
read the whole
what I
damn
do
thing
is
out
fine
loud.
for
Out
what I
loud.
want to be doing right now.
Huh? Yeah.
So that's
Gotta
fine.
get to number one. I have to say in the middle of this is a lie. This is a lie, but no one's going to remember that. All they're going to remember is I'm going to read the whole script. The lie that I'm telling right now, I'm going to read the whole
I
goddamn
kind of
thing
blanked
to
out
get
what
to
he
number
was
one.
saying.
Yeah.
I guess
don't
I'm
sue
starting
me.
to tune Mark out because he's like
They're
background
trying to
noise
sue
at
me.
this time.
Yeah, they
At this
can
point,
try.
it's
They
just
can
like
try
I'm
to
just
sue me.
talking to you guys,
But I hope they don't.
my
Don't
buds,
sue me.
my
I don't have it.
homies.
That's all lies. I'm lying. Ah, man. God, I'll do it though. I'll do it. I'll do it. The lie that I said before I'd do it, this is also a lie. This lie right now. Lies now. It's all lies. This whole stream is nothing but lies. I'm just a habitual liar. I don't do anything that I actually say. That's why they're called Markiplier promises. Because I mean nothing. Yeah, that's me, by the way. ChatGPT script. I could. Should I ask? Oh, ChatGPT. Hey, make the script. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, you're screen recording this. Hilarious that you are doing that. Because that would be considered evidence in any potential lawsuit. But good thing that you're lying. Everyone in the stream is automatically lying. Great.
I'm not lying because I haven't said
Great.
shit.
GTA make me a movie. I don't know.
Huh.
Grand Theft Auto, I don't even know if it would make a good movie. As opposed to just being what it is, because the story is so complex. All it would have is it would have the name Grand Theft Auto on it, and then it would be a completely different story in some city that's like kind of zany. What's the point? Some pieces of media deserve to just be the piece of media that they are. And I'm
Yeah,
not trying to belittle anything by that. It's
that's
just like it's already in its best form in one way. It doesn't need to be other forms. That's just.
no, that's true.
Is that
That's
actually
true, actually.
Is that actually happening?
There are some games, some comics, some things that really just do not need the adaptions that they get. Half the time, most of the anime adaptions should not anime adaptions, but live action adaptions of like anime and manga like should not happen because you have too many constraints in live action and they just end up not good. Yeah, Borderlands. Gades and Lentilman. We got him. Get him. But like they're just very specific stuff that just absolutely should not. Now there are stuff that lends itself all right to adaptations. Some of them are pointless. I kind of thought the Mario movie was a little bit pointless, but it's fun. It's fun for those who like that. But for me, it was like, well, it's kind of pointless. Why was this even made? Anyway. Oh, so here's my only, like, I guess, real criticism for The Edge of Sleep. Is not even a criticism. I have seen no Scott Pilgrim media, period. I mean, there's a song that came up on my dashboard around the time that the show got, like, super, super big on YouTube. But I otherwise have no real familiarity with Scott Pilgrim. I do know how to make references sometimes, but that's it. Little memes, little jokes that everybody on the internet knows. Maybe when I get my Discord, we can do like movie nights and shit at some point, like watch-alongs and stuff like that. We could watch things like Edge of Sleep, Scott Pilgrim. Other things, maybe. Oh man, I gotta use the restroom again. Kind of crazy. Not really. At this size, anything can happen. Anything. God. You know, actually that reminds me. I cannot be silenced. Oh, actually. I can never be silenced. If I'm going to say things, then I will say them. But let's see, what was I gonna say? God. Suddenly I'm just thinking about how long I've been watching or following Markiplier. I should go back and look because it started with like either Corpse Party or Mad Father. I don't remember which came first. But when he did the plays of Corpse Party and Mad Father, the ones that I distinctly remember, and I just know that those came before FNAF. We're gonna have to... Hey! You will not put me in a kennel! I should put you in a kennel! That's what goddesses do! I'll put you in a closet with Daniel. Cause that's where he is, that's where I went. Yeah. Mad Father was... I don't remember. Man, that's gonna bother me, so I'm gonna go ahead and look. He's the monster in my closet. Remember that camera, that little, animation? Yeah. The camera, that's Daniel. He's not a camera, he's like a shadowy monster that lives in my closet. Sometimes I feed him, scraps from work. His name is Daniel. Sometimes he eats people, but that's why I gotta feed him scraps from work. Because if I don't feed him enough, he starts eating people. And we don't want that. Let's see. God, that was 11 fucking years ago. The Mad Father shit. God, it's been 3 months already? Fuck. Damn. We've been going for a long time. I'll be the perfect game. Aw, shucks. Shucks. I mean, I'm gonna try, but I can't make any promises. It might just be like the worst. It could be the best, could be the worst. We'll see.
Don't tell me there's actually a Grand Theft Auto movie. I don't know. Subnautica 2 trailer reaction, please. This is not about that! You know, there is an Edge of Sleep trailer right now. It's not bad. Here's the thing. It's not bad. I'm not trying to discredit anyone that made it at all. It's perfectly fine.
Make promises while lying through your teeth.
I make my own. I just do. I love trailers.
I'm not lying, though.
And I want to make my own. It's good. It is good. No, I'm not. It's skillfully made. It's perfectly fine. It's a good trailer. It's very good. I want to make my own. I'm not saying mine would be better. I'm not saying that. But this is me being a weirdo.
I haven't
like
seen
editing. I look at something. And
his trailer is already out, and I haven't seen it yet.
You know, with ADHD and task switching, it's very difficult for me. It's something I've actually really started to pay attention to more and more lately. Is just my inability to switch tasks when I'm focusing. It gets me in a lot of trouble. But it's good. It's good. I mean, you can watch it. It's fine. I'm probably gonna post it on my channel.
Oh,
but then
you
I
know
think about
what?
that and I go like,
I bet you two would be great mods.
if I take all the time that I don't
I'm
have,
probably going to also bring in Orange, my last mod from my last channel,
Could they stop me? Could they
because they were also pretty good mod.
did it?
Really good at wrangling bots and shit.
Could they stop me? I'm already courting a lawsuit from Scott Cawthon. But could I? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I probably could. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, but let's not lose sight of what's in front of us. And what is in front of us is a mountain. It's a mountain of a weekend. And in this weekend, there's going to be a lot of eyeballs
For bullying matters.
Prime Video, looking at all the different things that are there.
Now, we're going to have a proper tournament for that kind of right. You're going to have to beat each other up for the title of first mod.
Up in a chair in a basement and forcing their eyes open, Clockwork Orange style, and making them watch it and preventing them from sleeping because you keep.
Oh yeah, if you join the
If you fall asleep, you die. That's not what this is. I said all of that to say it's not what this is. This is merely letting them know that they have the option. That's what marketing's all about, baby. That's what it's all about, brand recognition. You know, you don't need a commercial for Coca-Cola or McDonald's. It's about
my teeth are starting to hurt again.
Sure.
And my roomie isn't here with the medicine.
To kidnap your entire neighborhood and force them into your living room so that you can play them Edge of Sleep. But wouldn't it be much more effective if you tie them up in their own living room and put it on every one of their TVs? I'm gone. They're trying to take me down. I don't know where a battery for this. Why did it die? Why did this
His camera died.
They're trying to stop me. They're suing me.
An ant versus Goku. Hey now, hey now. Ants are pretty powerful. You never know. You never know. Maybe there's. I'm choking on a chocolate chip. Maybe there is an Ant Saiyan that's going to beat you up, LeChonkla style.
My legacy? Why is this? What's going on? What? What are you doing? You look bad.
By the way, like it was sent, but I never got it, and I'm a little bit sad.
What? Which one of you did this? Which one of you did this? Is cord not plugged in?
Oh no, we're getting a visitor, a fuzzy visitor. Hey, Pippin! This is the fucker that broke my microphone, by the way.
Alright, I got backup. Hold on, everybody. You just gotta believe. Link is in the description. This is what's gonna happen if we don't hit our goal. They're gonna take me out.
Come, sit, sit,
Hold on.
sit.
Got to charge this manually. Okay. You doing nothing? Really? That did nothing?
Bloof,
There
yeah.
might be a bigger problem here. Hold on, everyone. Don't panic. Don't panic. At least there's no tense music happening. Uh-oh. It's fine. Don't worry about it. All is good. All is so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I put it in the Discord I had before that I moved over here. That Discord is now empty. I might repurpose it for this Discord, but we'll see. You can interact with my other account or me on the Team Pookie Discord. Because I do hang out there, but again, it's on my other account, and I haven't made any kind of anything for this account yet.
We are.
But I haven't said anything on my main channel.
Hold on.
Simply because of the whole reason I moved channels, and I don't want those people to know about this channel.
Am I back?
So that's where that's at.
Hey, there it is. Okay, hello. Hope nobody panicked. Yep. So glad we all kept our cool there. And we stuck to the plan and we didn't eat each other alive. And I know that I kind of left that the instructions off at a rather tumultuous time, but hey, we're here and it's okay. Because you made it. You survived. What was that saying? What does that say? Hold on a second. The operation and safety of this battery cannot be guaranteed. That seems fine.
Oh,
I think that's probably okay.
that's probably fine.
Yeah, I don't think that's an issue at all. I think we can ignore that. That's probably nothing, right? Probably fine. Yeah, probably fine. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, they were mostly from
we don't need to worry
Twitch,
about that at all.
so I don't think they really migrated over here.
Is it overheated? No, it's. I think just the port it was plugged into was not powered for some reason. I don't know why. So I just switched because it's USB powered. But you know, I guess it died. Yeah, but nobody panicked, right? Nobody at all. That's good.
Okay, so that URL. Oh shit.
I said it before, but I'll say it again. Sometimes you sleep, sometimes you edge, but all the time. Yep. I don't know. I should have just stayed offline.
Okay, so I just sent you guys a picture of the cats. It's the white fucker. It was the white fucker in the bed that ruined my
Was he
mic.
had to sleep the first series you acted in? Depends on what you mean by that. First TV series? God, no. Because I'll have you know, I was on... What was the show? What was it? What was it called? Was it Gamer's Guide to something? Something like that? I think that was my first TV show. Man, that was That was. That really was. Have I ever talked about that? Have I ever actually openly talked about that? Because it's a kids show, right? And I understand that it's a kids show. But wow, that, woof, man, it's all right. So yeah, I was on like one episode of Gamer's Guide to something, and it was like a very last minute thing. I think I believe it was one of the times where I flew into LA, and it might have been after Maker was bought by Disney, because that would make sense, or maybe it was just before that or something like that.
I made chocolate chips.
There's this opportunity, and I was like, oh cool, I've never been on a set
This cat
before.
hasn't been
I've
innocent
never
a day
been,
in his life.
I've never even seen a production like that. I would love to. Let's give it a try. Man, it's I took it in stride. I was like, yeah, I'm game for whatever. I'll just do whatever. I just didn't know they would use absolutely everything that that I was in front of the camera for. And so it's my pants blew up. I had exploding pants, and they blew up. I remember that. My pants exploded. That's what it was. I don't know. I was there as me, as Markiplier, a real gamer, and my pants blew up. I forget why. Were they like cooling pants? Were they supposed to keep me cool under the pressure so that my balls didn't overheat or something like that? But they exploded, yeah. And so I'm assuming that exploded and basically took out everything below the waist. Like, I'm just not okay in any way. Pants exploded, dunzo. Everything dunzo. But yeah, it's that was the first time I was ever on a set. And let me tell you, I get that this is how it's filmed. And, you know, because when you're doing TV and stuff like this, everything's so fast. And, you know, even if they, in the final edit, they have like an audience there, there's no audience there. So there's no one to react to the jokes. So every time that a joke would be told,
just venting, oh, you don't want to go to school tomorrow? That's okay, I don't want to go to work on Tuesday.
Laughed. And I get it. I get why it was happening. It still doesn't make it any less weird.
Venting.
Because it would be like a joke.
Oh!
And all the crew,
Wild Card is the imposter!
Joke. Just this is moaning of the damned level. No mirth, no real mirth anyway. Everyone just like.
Can you guys hear the cat purring?
Pulling focus, and you got your boom.
Can you guys? Can you guys hear the kitty? He's got his ass up to you guys. You can't see it, but he's pointing his ass to you guys.
Fucking weird. It was so goddamn weird. Yeah, I would have thought they would just have speakers or something. Just hit the laugh button, but I guess maybe that would be even worse. If someone played a laugh track every time you told a joke, I feel like that'd be really hurtful. That would be pretty hurtful. That'd be pretty bad. But yeah, that was my first time on a set, and it was cool. It still was cool because I had never been on a set before, so it was nice to be in there and like see, oh wow, look, it's cameras, and here's set walls, and here's how they do this, and all the lights, and all the makeup room, and it's like, it's really cool. That's why people take the tours of the studio. But yeah, I'll have to live with that forever. I'll have to live with that forever. I'll have to live with that forever. Yeah. Yes. Someone asked, do we have to keep rewatching it to keep it in the top 10? Let's be honest. No, you don't. If you've watched it once, that's so great. That's so good. That's
Can you hear him now?
There are some people that, of course, you would take it further and you would like keep playing it. But in all honesty, that's the hardest part. It's just like watching it once, giving it a try, because I don't want you guys to have to destroy yourselves thinking that you need to have it playing on every display in your house. That also would be disingenuous to what is really happening here, which is that there are a lot of people here. There are a lot of people that would be interested in watching the show and giving it a try. And that's all I ask. You don't have to watch it 10,000 times. You don't have to watch it. Even if you only watch the first episode, find out it's not for you, that's fine too. The hardest barrier is just to try, and that's the barrier that's trying to be broken down for everybody else. Yes, there's a goal, but that goal can be met.
I can't get it.
Insurmountable as people seem. the amount of difference that it
I
makes
can't
from
get
just
him to
one
pick up
person
the
clicking
cat's
the
purring,
link
but
in the
he is
description
purring
and
rather
going to check it
loudly,
out, just
sitting here
playing the first
cozy in
video.
my
That
lap,
is
and my tooth
the-
is starting
that is
to
the
hurt
hill.
like a
'Cause
motherfucker.
if you think about it on a grand scheme, with the number of people here, there's always going to be a percentage of people that don't, and that's fine. It's about fighting these barriers, not the people. You're fighting the barriers of entry, and then the other people who watch, the platform on a regular basis will see the show, and a lot of them won't even click on it, even if they see it. That's the battle. It's reducing percentages each time. That's why the initial burst is so important, because you do this much
CAD
effort, and then you
drafter.
can't sustain that. It's impossible. And then, but you did this.
That
much
does
effort
sound
so
pretty
that
important.
This many people of that one could see that, and then that goes down like this. But then the more you do, the more echo effect it has. But it's just about keeping the
Ooh,
the
that's not
volume
too
going.
long from now.
So yeah, if you can,
And a diploma
that's
can be
great.
worth
You
a lot
don't
in
have
a
to
lot of
keep
places.
going. I would love it if you enjoyed the show so
I
much
mean-
that you watched it again. That's phenomenal. Just watching it to the
Degrees
end of
and
the
diplomas
series,
are a lot
that's another hill entirely.
better when you're going
There's
into like
tons of people
sciencey
that'll watch the first
fields
episode and won't,
over
because it's not
like
interesting
artsy
to them. They don't have
fields
time
for
to do it.
sure.
That's also fine. Every part of that is fine. The proof that we're trying to put forward to everyone out is that there just are a lot of people that are really passionate about it, that are willing to cross over that initial barrier to take action on something and to go out and try something new. That's really also kind of the basis of what I've always tried to do, is like I always try to do
A bit
something new.
artsy?
I love trying new things, but also I don't watch much TV in general, so I have that barrier when I'm looking for.
Oh,
something
yeah,
to
what
watch,
is a
I
CAD drifter?
always
CAD
default to
drifter,
something that I'm
drafter.
comfortable with or used to watching. Trying something new is tough all the time, like no matter what it is. So yeah, if you can try it, it would be of great help, and that simple action
Ah,
is usually all it takes.
computer aided
Literally,
design.
that's it. Just
What
the
does that
first
do?
click on the thing is all it really takes. Because if you try it, you might like it, and that's even better. But the only thing that I'm asking is that people try it. Just I've provided the link in the description below. Just give it a try, and that'll help towards all of this happening, and that'll help for everything going forward. Because that's kind of in a weird cosmic way, that's the same thing as when I'm talking to all these other companies and I'm talking to all these production houses and stuff like that. It's like, give me a try.
Oh, okay.
It's hard, especially.
No,
with
that sounds
barrier
really
to look at
cool.
Me, and I'm not the greatest salesman. I'm very upfront and honest about what I can and cannot do, but I'm still asking them to give me.
How's
a
this
try,
building?
to trust
Bunch.
me
Ah,
that I
okay.
can do
That's really
what
cool.
I'm
So you're like
saying,
an architect
and
or a designing
that
art.
echoes
Blah blah
down
blah
to
blah blah.
all of us.
I know what
It's
I'm
all part of
saying.
the same thing. All of it.
I think I'm
the way
actually
that
gonna
you
cut the
do it.
stream short here in a little bit, just because like
See, I
my
don't think I am the
tooth,
best
my
salesman.
teeth are
I'm
starting
good
to
at
hurt
pretending to be a
again,
salesman, but when I get into those
and
meetings,
I
very
kind of want to go
rarely
take some
sell
meds and lay
myself.
down for a bit.
I say it like it is. When we have follow-up meetings, we were on we were on a call the day I recorded
No.
the plan has changed, and everyone was so excited. Like,
Yeah.
wow, it's barely even out. It's already in the top 10 list. And
Make
in
sure
the
to like
meeting,
and subscribe.
I'm not going, yeah,
Hang
they're
around.
fucking great. Yeah, I'm the best. Even though, I probably should, because you guys are great. But what I do
Kiss
is
me, love me,
I
never
can't
leave
help
me.
but be like, yeah. Yeah, that's
But yeah,
I said
yeah,
that would
tooth
happen, and it's
tooth
happening.
hurt.
This is
I'm going
all
to
in
go
accordance with the
lay
plan.
down.
I can't help it. I just
And
I get excited about some things. It's not that I'm not excited about it, but I'm not excited about something that already was. I said what happened, because it's like
Yeah.
that's what it is. I'll love.
So I will chat with you
I
guys
love
later.
the making
I
of it
will
and the
see you
people
guys
enjoying it. That's what I
absolutely
love.
next weekend.
But when it comes down to the plan that's already in place, like of course.
But yeah, I
'cause
gotta
even-
gotta
here's
go.
what it is. This is what it is.
I'll catch you
Me
guys
looking at someone
later.
that's surprised that it's working feels like an insult. That's really what it boils down to. If I